myself and introduce our little group, we thought that it would be a great idea to kind of talk about the world from the Christian woman's perspective. There's a lot of television shows and blogs out there where a lot of women are sharing their opinions and their ideas, but not a lot from the Christian woman. So, we all kind of grew up in an era where little girls didn't speak too much. Our mothers certainly grew up in that era. And of course, as children, we were taught to never talk back. I think we also taught our own children, just don't talk back. But we happen to think that talking back is a great way of starting conversation and getting ideas going around. So we're introducing a little show called Back Talk. We just want you to be able to talk back to us, and we want to be able to talk back to you. And we just want to explore life's challenges from the Christian woman's perspective and the Christian worldview as opposed to the atheistic or agnostic worldview. So we thought we'd put together this little show called Back Talk. And so I just want to introduce ourselves to you and tell us a little bit about ourselves so that we can sort of share why it is that we think we might have something great to offer to you.
How we got so mouthy.
Why we got so mouthy. Life has sort of happened to all of us in some pretty big ways. And so we have some experiences that we'd just like to share with you. So my name is Liz Stokel, and this is Marta Escarsica and Rolane Fagoni. And we are here in Central California, and we have some life experiences that we just want to share with you. So Marta, why don't you start? Just share with us just a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what your passions are.
Okay. Well, I'm Marta, and I'm married. Been married 29 years to Arnold, and I have 4 children, 16, 18, 20, and 22. And I was a teacher in the public school system. I was a principal in the public school system. And now the Lord called me out of that, and now I'm leading a ministry, a house of prayer, and also a apostolic community type ministry. And just involved in a lot of different things.
So you do some healing ministry and some prayer. Just prayer time and that kind of thing. So if people need healing from anything emotional or physical or anything, they can kind of come to you.
They can come in. We have a house of prayer. Like I said, we have worship, and we have intercession time, praying what we call for the 7 spheres of influence: education, business, government, entertainment, and the arts. And so we just have different teams from the community come in from different churches, so we're really a regional ministry. And we also network with a lot of other houses of prayer in the state, other prayer ministries in the state. And so we go to different gatherings, like the Cry Hollywood and those types of things.
So you're not single church-minded or single ministry-minded, but rather you're globally church-minded, you're kingdom-minded, as opposed to being a single ministry-minded kind of ministry.
Right.
Awesome. All right, Rolane, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm Rolane Fagoni, and I've been married to Anthony for 32 years. We have 2 children. One's 30. I can hardly believe I have a 30-year-old son. And Hannah, she's 27, and they're the joys of our life. I am ordained with 2 ministries. One's called Church Without Walls International with John Finn. The other is Dick Mills Ministry. And so I have 2 ordinations. My husband and I lead a house church. We really don't meet in a home, but we meet in Starbucks with a group of believers on it.
That is my kind of church. So nobody says you can't bring coffee into the main building.
They seem to accommodate us really well by turning down the music and all that.
Oh, that's great.
And I think we get a lot of people to stop in because they're looking for something new and different. Let me see, I'm a notary, and
What is your passion? What's some of your passions or your talent outside,
My frustrating passion is writing.
Oh, okay.
I do work as an assistant for a Christian magazine locally called Salt Fresno Magazine, and I was a writer in one of their columns for some time, but I gave that up to complete a book explaining our story and the walk that I've been going with through the Father.
And we'll find out more about her story and about that book later on in later episodes. I promise you, you are not going to want to miss this story. So check in with us every once in a while, because I promise you this is a story and a walk and a journey that you're going to want to be a part of. Thanks girls. Well, I'm Liz Stokel, as I said, and my husband and I have been married for about 26 years. We have 3 children. I came into the marriage with a child already in tow, and I'll share more about that journey a little bit later. So my children are now 24. 2 of them just had birthdays, so they're 24, 25, and 27. And like these ladies here, our children are indeed the joys of our lives. We have been down quite a road, and we have recovered from drug addictions and loss and missing children and prison and all kinds of good stuff. So you are not going to want to miss any of these stories. Our journey has taught us a lot about faith, has taught us about loneliness, has taught us about recovery and encouragement. We have had the opportunity to meet and walk with other parents of prodigals because of our journey, and that is a huge blessing. That's one of the greatest things that's come out of our whole story. And today my children are awesome and wonderful and great contributors to society. And so we'll share more about that too later.
It's amazing how we can still love them.
It's amazing how we can still love them when they are absolutely unlovable. But you know, when I promise you that that's exactly the way God feels about us. And we look at ourselves sometimes and it's hard for us to see all of our faults. But I promise you that God sees all of our faults and loves us anyway. And we certainly have enemies who would like nothing more than to tear us down and to make our faults known to everyone in the entire universe. But God loves us anyway, and His grace is absolutely sufficient. And so one of my passions, of course, is writing as well. I do some writing in the magazine that Rolene was alluding to just a little bit ago, as well as writing on my book, and I have a blog and that kind of thing. So we definitely enjoy writing, sharing our story, sharing our passion, sharing our tips for getting through the tough times. My husband is a computer programmer and a drummer, and I, in my spare time, am an actor. And I love being on stage. I love being on stage. It's definitely one of my passions. And I'll take the small parts, I'll take the big parts, I'll take whatever comes along. But really what I really love to do is I love to share God's truth through theater and movies and television, through humor, and through our writing. So that's a little bit about us. We really, really, really want for you to be a part of this little endeavor. And so we encourage you to talk back here with us as we move forward with a little show we call Back Talk. So I hope you've had a good time getting to know us. You'll get to know us more as we move forward. Thanks, and have a great day.